sometime, picking up the parts of all my life. Didn't get to solve it this time. How am I to break apart? Don't tell me why we can't collide. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel it? On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. On the break of dawn, I'll follow you to carry on. Till the break of
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. I'm Justin Wagner. TeamODZ Live, and we are doing the Thursday Pizza Burner Rack. I have friends with us on Discord, and you guys on live stream. We'll do this.
And everybody else, those Eric and James, because I've been gone for a while.
So James hasn't been here for a while. He's just hasn't been with him. And Eric's on vacation. Actually, I can tell you exactly where Eric is today. Anybody want to guess? We'll play Where in the World is Eric Schlunk?
Not Watopia.
Not Watopia. Okay. I happen to know the exact town, and it's kind of a funny.
Not Mallorca.
Not still in Mallorca, that's a correct answer. So he's in Dundee, Scotland. He said he hasn't spotted any crocodiles yet. I'm sure that's the worst Scottish accent ever. I'm sure Scots all around the world are hating right now.
Your pocket sky is looking kind of small there, Wags. Looks like you need a little more streaks.
Whatever. Is there my streaks? What's the biggest size take? How many weeks did it take you the biggest?
24.
Oh jeez. Shut up, SIRI. Apparently I triggered SIRI. Well, ooh. My stage 2 upgrade on my frame is available. I have to remember to actually go buy it after the ride's over. I'm on the
I'm waiting for stage 4 now. I hope.
Stage 4, nice.
Hoping this ride can help me get moving today. My upper body just like.
If your frame
But I just like slowed away.
needs elevation, this is the wrong ride.
Yep.
4 hours. After this, is go up the Alps. I want elevation. Go for real. Can we do a climbing ride next week?
Let me think
You
about that.
folks have time.
Nope.
You even like climbing. That's the thing.
So this
I vote negative.
this ride is not conducive to climbing. It's a group ride, keeping people together. It's just climbing won't. It'll destroy the whole premise of the ride.
You can make it banded.
Ew.
Yeah, let me no.
Then
no.
you know why I like banded, right? I'm doing a recovery intensity, but I'm still going 22 miles average. If only I could do that outside. Keep dreaming.
No, I think part of this ride is this group is together and you actually feel accomplished for staying in the group. Not just whatever. I mean, you can certainly propose it to Schwanga. I think he's got what's the last week? I forget when he's back. But if he says okay, I will be sick that week.
Yeah, I think I got a little case of phlegm coming on too.
So, I have a story. So, May 3rd, we're hosting a team tryout with my team, but I also have a concert for school. So I'm gonna call in school and be like, "Hey, I got COVID. I can't make it to the concert," and then go roast the bike and just not post it on the social media. Smart, huh?
I've had the hobby flu
Tell
many
me
a time.
that's smart, bro. Going.
Yeah, I thought discord.gg/SwiftInsider worked. Maybe not.
Dude, give me a sec. Let me try. Maybe I will win. And if I win, watch. Boom.
Yeah, nobody can.
There's the invite.
Nobody.
No, that's from the. I clicked
I know. I
on.
was saying
What do you mean? Don't
nobody
even
will
click
be
on that?
able to click. Nobody will be able to click on that unless they type it. It's like no URLs in the game or the companion are clickable.
That is so true. I thought you were snaking and you're like, "Hey, don't click on that. It's a scam."
It's short enough that somebody. Are there actual people at the moment? How many of us?
This ride is led by AI. Great.
Tell them we're all bots.
No, we're all patient bots.
Nice.
Only very few will get that reference.
Reviewing. So my friend posted a. Go ahead.
Oh, that was just me yawning. Sorry.
So my friend posted a bike he just built with one of our friends. He posted a picture of the friends he built the bike for holding the bike, and it just looked like it straight off the picture came out of ChatGPT. Until I looked closer and like, okay, it's not ChatGPT.
Wow.
I'm getting scammed.
Do we have no Zinners? Or there's a very small Zinner group, I think, man. Everybody looking at the sauce.
I don't see anyone. I don't see anyone in front of us on the mini map, but hang on.
No Zinners, says John. Wow.
Yeah, I just went to the front of the group and I went to number 1. So yeah. Wow, impressive.
Let me form a big breakaway then. Yeah. Wait, you're not Phil Guy, man. Yeah.
I think he's from Phil.
He's from Phil. It's the double Justin ride. We'll be back, right? At some point.
Right on.
Eric? No, he died.
Yes.
He's dead.
Oh, he died. Alright.
To me.
He died.
Oh.
Permanently kicked out of the group. All hail our new leader, Wagz.
Yo.
Yeah. I forget which week he'll be back, but he's... Okay. No worries, John. John was telling me in the game, not wearing a headset. I was my mute in Discord, you get a ton of feedback. All good, John. You can do the whole...
It's pretty hard to wake up early.
Listen in Discord, respond in the game, that works. Soon we'll have people watching the live stream, sending messages there, I'm talking to them, and you'll all think I'm schizophrenic. So we'll just wait for that.
Hey, I can share my screen and see everything.
Oh, little rabbit.
Wait, why didn't you pick one of those new routes on the plants? I'm curious.
Because I do what my leader tells me. I didn't pick it. Is it Eric in charge of that? I just said
Eric in charge.
anything but climbing. It's literally the only instruction.
Anything but climbing. Then you should have done Tempest.
You know, we did Tempest. I mean, I'm game for Tempest for sure. There's a little bit of variety. Looks like we'll be about just under 3 laps of this. We're right at 3 laps.
Yeah, I think it's...
So roughly 2 hour-ish, 2.5 or... Can we break 2 hour 15?
1.5? No, I doubt that'll happen.
Yeah.
We might be under 240 maybe.
Oh, no, 215.
You do understand how math works, right?
No, yeah.
Oh,
What's the half of 5? 2.5 or something you want to call it.
You know, usually we're right around 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Fluctuates a little bit depending on the climbing. But
Sorry, I've been absent, chat. I've been struggling to get up early and ride.
all good. Here's your climb, Justin.
Here's my climb. But you're also Justin. Double
You call me
XP.
Wagz.
Wags. Tail
With a
wags.
Z.
You have a dog at home?
fuck me.
Nope.
You know why I said that, right? You're laughing at me and
Yeah,
reminds
yeah.
me of
Wagging.
wagging the tail.
Wags is actually a nickname. Last name's actually Wagz. But I go by Wags.
Oh.
So there's pizza at the end, right?
Yes. Uh-huh. Send
Domino's
the-
has been delivered to your home
Send your
location.
receipts to Eric Schlong.
I know where he
Multistreaming
lives.
Pizza ride.
Or I
I think we decided we should, like, literally light a large pizza on fire during the ride. Called the literal pizza run ride.
I don't know if I could do that to pizza.
it's
Okay,
like
we'll
going
just-
to Disneyland.
Instead, we'll just light your quads on fire. Good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening.
It's like going to Disneyland at the Christmas time. The gingerbread sees you eating a. The gingerbread man sees you eating a gingerbread cookie.
That sounds like fun to
The horror,
do.
in,
Sounds
the
sadistic.
horror in the gingerbread man's face.
Did get a little spread out there.
I don't know. My favorite thing to do is eat meat in front of a vegan. I know mean, but fun.
Oh, dude. So, I worked hard at work, like real work. I bought a bike, and my parents still don't know. But, hey, you should be saving for college. But I already put the payment down.
What kind of
Little do
bike?
they know. I bought a Canyon Arrow.
Canyon? Ah, a road bike.
But I went with the rim. I went with the older rim brake one. Good reasons.
Tell them you're saving your drops for college.
Yes.
Or you could use the Napoleon Dynamite quote. Your mom goes to college.
Ooh. Oh. I did go to college, but not big school. Only community.
So we got a couple on the back.
So far it's been steady, 3.1 watts per kilo.
2.1.
Oh no, it's dropping right.
They have a soft
It'll
spot,
depend on your
for
weight.
those guys doing.
I'm pretty big, but I'm trying to shoot under 2.5. So for me, it's like between 215 and 225. I think my average right now is 225.
Yeah. That's okay. I'm training for a big gravel race.
Nice. There's a gravel race here locally recently called the Salty Lizard.
Okay. And that's in the US, right?
Yes.
Wow.
From Utah, so I'm basically in the desert. So gravel race in the desert called Salty Lizard. It's pretty well named.
Yeah. I'm riding a race called Straka 360 in Spain.
Okay.
It's a endurance race, so you have to ride 360 kilometers within 20 hours.
All on gravel?
I'd do it, bro.
On gravel, yes.
Whoa.
But, you know.
That's what we're here for. Self-flogging, I think. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, this is near Girona. It's pretty much gravel capital of Spain.
Right
Dude, why did my
on.
body not feel kind of quit today?
We have so many
No,
people
not sick.
in the group.
But I woke up feeling
I haven't saturated everyone giving them the ride-ons yet. That's a good thing. How big our group is. I'm worried that because I got my stage 2 unlocked so early in the ride, I will 100% forget to go buy it at the end of the ride, and we'll lose like 100 kilometers progress.
Yeah, I just bought it this morning, stage 1.
Nice.
But
What bike you working
I
on?
just started Swift, so I'm not that only level 30.
It's respectable. What bike you working on upgrading?
I'm trying.
I'm now on an Air Road 2024, I guess, but I don't know.
24. Is that? It's not the Zwift. It's not. I mean, anybody recognize that frame?
Nope. It started July of last year. End of July, August of last year. I'm already at like, what is it? Level 68.
You ride a lot.
You think it's doable for level 100 by the end of the year?
But you do know it gets more and more and more difficult each level.
Yeah.
I'm already feeling the high rocks training this morning. Okay.
I stayed up playing Roblox with my friends last night. I don't know. So the other day, I was riding. We're on a suit. We were riding. And then I was there playing Roblox. They were like, how are you multitasking? Huh?
So it'll be pretty much 3 loops, right?
Yeah, I think it's 3 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, I have a question for you. I was doing a little bit of volunteer yesterday, right? This Sunday, I took on this job. 1 hour, 34 minutes, or something like that. And he already got 85 miles.
Must be doing the Zwift Alp pack. So you park a friend. By the way, what I'm about to tell you has gotten somebody banned from Zwift. So use it at your own risk. Park a friend top of the Alp. You teleport to them. Then you descend. And then you teleport back to them. And then you descend. And then you teleport back to them. And you descend. Wherever.
There are even people who have zombie accounts. And they just keep going up to the vent top, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go buy a motor, power my crank, or build a motor that can power my cranks. Walk away, go to school, go to work, and just leave this running.
There's that.
It was even again.
You and your integrity.
How often are these group rides? 100K plus.
These are every Thursday, same time slot.
Okay. Great.
Usually no climbing. Usually.
Yeah. 100K climbing would equal
Mix it below it.
non-group ride. I mean, you saw what happened on that little climb out of the tunnel. Yeah.
This elimination right here that always makes me want to vomit for some reason. And I have to close my eyes. Yep, that's it.
Is that why you don't have your camera on?
I've been doing the danger noodle laps lately, and every lap you got to do that twice. So I'm like,
I did 100 miles.
so I'm trying to trick my body into being okay with it, but that one little section.
Just eat some pizza beforehand. You'll be fine.
How do I just eat those cool? Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I was gonna ask the lines about that. How you show your thing, your screen, so it shows both you riding and whatever screen you're staring.
I'm using
You must have a green screen.
I'm using OBS to create a virtual camera, and then OBS does all the merging of that.
Okay.
That's what I'm using for live streaming. So what you're seeing in the Discord is the same thing that's going out on the live stream.
Oh, so it's just an app, right? I didn't buy anything, right?
Yeah, but generally speaking, it's an app. It's pretty involved, but if you Google it, there's a billion videos on how to use OBS.
If it works on Mac, I'm all in for it.
If you wanted to get into streaming, that's how you do streaming, is using OBS.
I'm gonna take a look at it.
You
I'm
can
gonna
build,
stream with my friends. So.
build all your scenes. You can do cool things like, watch this. I will switch to this scene, and apparently it's supposed to show Discord on that spot on the left, but here I could do this, and I can show you the other monitor where I'm staring at you and watching my own screen, watching my own stream.
Now, I'm interested to set this up.
Okay.
That's all. I think people do it.
And I'm getting dropped.
Then let's see if I can set it up with my friend. I'm gonna go ahead and use coffee because I need it. I'm feeling weak. I got that new app on the Google Companion. They updated it. It says I'm fresh, but I've been doing 500 kilometers each week with 20 plus thousand feet of climbing.
Fresh is your basically acute training load to correct your chronic training load. Tells me if you've been pushing harder recently, if you've been keeping the same level for
Right on.
4+ weeks, you will skip the fresh.
Yeah, mine was
week.
it dropped a lot. I've been riding the dirt racing series, and it just
So it all comes down to, if you're familiar with training numbers, basically there's a number called your CTL, or chronic training load, which you can think of it as basically the average number of TSS you've ridden. It's not exactly an average, but let's call it an average. Number of TSS you've ridden per day over the last 42 days, I believe. And then I believe your acute training load is your average over the last 7 days. So if your acute training load gets much higher than your chronic, that means you're pushing, you're trying to increase, and you won't be fresh because you're like digging a deeper hole with more volume. You can there's a book, Training and Racing with the Power Meter, that will describe all the math behind it. I've even done a long video series called What's Up with Power, WATTS, What's Up with Power. You could Google Justin Wagner, What's Up with Power, or WUWP. You'll find plenty of videos. We actually would do
a YouTube channel?
They're uploaded to the TeamODZ channel, so you'll find them on TeamODZ's. If you just search for that tag, you'll find it there. I think there's a playlist for it. But we would do like there was like a 30-minute long super chill ride where like we averaged like 1 or 1.5 watts a kilo, and I'd literally do a presentation from like a different chapter of the book, and we'd live stream it. We'd learn the concepts of training and racing at the power meter.
Yeah. I've been using a website called intervals.icu.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Same here.
Yeah.
You know why I like it?
So all these websites that'll show
It's
you
free.
like power metrics and everything, they're all of the science behind it all comes from that book. I think Andrew Coggin is the scientist who basically came up with it all.
How is it?
You'll also notice that, like, typically they'll call your TSS or training stress score. That is actually like a trademarked term, and so there'll be lots of pieces of software that will calculate it, but they'll call it something else because they don't want to infringe on Trading Peaks trademark on it.
Ah. Yeah. Well, I've been using Join too, but Join just keeps saying that I'm basically overloaded, while Garmin suggests a steady zone 3 ride for 4 hours. So
Okay. No, baby.
Garmin will always tell you you're bad.
Zone 3 ride for 4 hours? Whoa.
yeah.
That's,
I think it's zone 3 ride in Erg one time. 3 hours.
Today I have to ride 4 hours. It actually says.
so you're,
Are you really riding 4 hours?
do you know what your CTL is? Your CTL must be like over 100, I would guess.
Where can I view my CPL?
So I think intervals at ICU, if you have everything uploaded there,
Yeah.
show it.
Let me check. Intervals. ICU. Have to
So
translate
here's
from
another
Dutch
question.
to.
How many hours a week are you riding?
Currently a lot. Sunday I rode 6.5 hours. Basically, at least trying to ride at least an hour a day.
Plus a 6 hour on Sunday?
So you,
Yeah,
So you're like 12-ish hours or 14? I can't do math.
yeah. But sometimes I swap riding an hour for some strength training like high rocks or CrossFit
Okay.
athletics. That's what I grew up in.
because of that race coming May. I have to ride the race on the 2nd of May, but it's also 4,000 altitude meters.
Ah.
So
So I've been,
So are you really doing 4
I
hours?
put in
a day?
about 6 hours a week. 6 maybe to 8-ish.
It's not-
And my
Yeah.
CTL is hovering right around 60. So
I'll
if
try to check where I can see my CTL.
Yeah.
It's all in Dutch, so I have to
Yeah.
find it.
I know for sure you cannot see it in the Zwift Companion, although based on everything they're telling us, I believe they're calculating it.
My CTLs. What was this? I get
If
it
you're
mixed up with
using-
CIL.
Training Peaks makes that number very prominent, but I believe you have to pay Training Peaks to get those numbers.
Is it also on intervals.icu?
I haven't used that in the longest time, so unfortunately I don't specifically know the number. If you want a very free and open source way to calculate it and do it, there's a software called Golden Cheetah.
Yeah.
It runs locally, not on the web. Give it all your data files, and you can go hog wild power analysis.
Yeah, that thing's a data geek dream application.
Might be a little bit of data overload.
Oh, yeah, at first you just don't want to look at everything.
If you aren't confused the first time or first day you open Golden Cheetah, you must be a power training guru.
Shit, I forgot to pedal.
You'll get hit
I
with
started-
so many acronyms. W prime. So the concept of
Yeah, I
W
first-
prime is
Yeah.
it's like your battery. So anytime you go over threshold, you drain from your battery. And if you ride under threshold, you basically charge the battery at different rates. So basically it tells you if you have a really big W prime balance, it means you basically are primed and able to, let's say, attack really hard. But if your W prime balance is 0 or negative, it means you're going to need to ride zone 2, etc. for a while to rebuild so you could attack again.
Yeah.
Is that kind of the same concepts as the bucket system that Xert uses?
I know about Xer, have not gone in details of it, but you know,
I recently signed up for their 30-day trial.
They have what they call, I think they call it maximum power available, which basically they're saying at this point in time, we believe you could hit this number of watts. And so if that's high, basically means your W prime balance is high and you're primed to do an attack.
Got dropped trying to find the CTO.
Sorry. Are you? How far back are you?
I was really 3 watts per kilo going to the back. It's out. It's finished.
This is the danger of telling people about new websites and software. They get dropped looking at it.
Oh, well. Whoever that was talking, not you, man. Are you really doing 4 hours today?
Me?
Yeah.
Or what? I did a crit race this morning. Then I have to ride 3 hours today.
You want to join me?
That's why I'm riding this route. Also.
Yeah, I'm riding this and then I gotta do 4 as well.
Heart rate 170.
Doesn't sound good.
Heart rate?
You'll record
130. Keep in mind, I'm not even beer legal.
You just took a chunk out of your W prime balance. Cool thing is you can, if you do like a sprint interval workout or VO2, and you go back and look at your chart for W prime balance, if those intervals are supposed to be until exhaustion, meaning until like you straight up can't do any more of them, you should see if your W prime is set correctly. Whatever that, however low it goes, should basically hit 0. So you could do like a really, really hard VO2 or sprint training to exhaustion workout, and then figure out how big your W prime battery is, because for every person it's going to be different. I'd say related to your VO2 max number, but maybe not exactly the same thing.
What if your coach gives you like a VO2 and your thing is on the low side? Or however.
What was the question?
If the coach like gives you a VO2 workout and your thing's a little low, how do you go about that?
And your thing's a little, like your FTP's low? I don't know what you mean by that.
No, whatever you were talking about, your CTL, whatever that, whatever you were talking about.
W prime balance?
Yeah.
If it goes below 0, you're saying?
No, if it's low, like it's not completely filled out, it's not fully fresh,
drain all the way?
ready to attack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then if you're not fully fresh, you won't have as much, like, there's two things. How much does each interval drain of it? Like let's say the number's 100. I'm just gonna pick a number. Your W prime balance is 100. And let's say every interval you do drains at 25. I'm just picking numbers, okay? So the first interval you do, and now your number is 75. But during your recovery phase, that number will start to creep back up over time. Okay, let's say it creeps back up to 80. Let's say it's a short recovery. And then you do another one that drains you 25. Well, now you're at 55. Your recovery gets you another 5. You're back up to 60. Now you do another 25, another interval. Then you would drop down to 35. Recovery would take you up to 40. So eventually, the theory of the number is that when you hit 0, like you will tap out. You won't. You just won't do any more than this. Now, if it's not, they will try to estimate a number for you to start based on the power data you have. So it may or may not be accurate, and you might be able to go negative just because it doesn't have correct data to calculate what it should be for you.
Yeah.
Every time I say this, I think I'm tempted to say, eat, drink, and be merry, for today we die. Or something like that. Well, I forgot to calculate our ETA at 25 kilometers. I'll do it at 33 1/3. Yeah, got me all
It's starting
excited
to get hot.
talking about numbers. So here's a trivia question since we're on the topic of power training. Who knows what it takes to get a TSS score of 100? If you're on a ride, what's like the stereotypical definition of getting 100 TSS on a ride?
1 hour at FTP.
Bingo. Correct.
I actually didn't know that.
Okay. Let's say you do an hour at 50% of your FTP. What will be the TSS?
50.
Not 50, I think.
Well, I actually don't know.
25.
So.
25 actually. It's logarithmic, and below FTP it drops logarithmically, and above FTP the rate at which you accumulate TSS with a 32 is exponential. So it'll go down exponentially under FTP, it goes up exponentially after FTP. So if you did an hour of 2 times your FTP, which we all know is not possible, I think you would technically get 400 TSS. You did the math?
All right, hold my beer. I'm going for it. 1 hour at 2 times. That's peak. I'll probably be dead in the morning, but
So this is why if you do like a really surgy, sprinty race, and let's say it's around an hour, you can easily, if you have a strong VO2, you can clock over 100 TSS in an hour on those types of races.
I rode my crit race, and it said 104% load.
Okay.
I don't know what it means.
How long was the race?
28.5 minutes.
I'm gonna guess 104% load means either your average power or normalized power was 104% of your FTP.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah, my FTP rose with 1 point.
Okay. Yeah.
Can
So
somebody
automatic calculations
drop
of
back
your
and-
FTP are based off of your 20-minute power. So take 95% of your best 20-minute average.
Perhaps.
Why am I off the bat doing 3 more watts?
Right now, I'm almost constantly riding at 3 watts per kilo, but the group keeps advancing.
Okay. I think people are
Yeah, can somebody
surging on the climb.
drop back and
I'm a minute
You're a
behind.
minute behind?
Yeah,
Oh, well, if you're not in the draft, you will,
that's okay. I'll just finish.
oh, you're not gonna wait?
for 1
I'll
minute.
just no.
What a not so nice guy for not waiting. Not so nice
just-
advisor for that.
Yeah,
LOL.
to catch the group. So most people doing 2.5 are like in the draft, and I bet you the people at the front are pushing more. So to trying to catch
I'm the last
will
guy in
be
this.
difficult.
I'm the last guy in this in our pack, and I'm doing 3 watts per kilo in the draft.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
riding with a
get
guy
one,
called Tom. It's okay.
Get in the middle of the pack,
Can
and
we?
you'll do less.
Hey, can I act
Being at
things
the
up
tail
a
end is
little bit?
harder.
So lesson of today: stop googling CTL.
Well, maybe your CTL will rise today because you Googled it
Yeah,
and you fell off the back and had to do a solo effort.
yeah.
You got me searching too, and I went off the bag.
Yeah, intervals has a purple line called fatigue, a fitness line, and you just have to try to keep your fatigue underneath your fitness line. It's okay.
Yeah, so
Justin,
okay. Hey there, Andy. So your fitness
how you doing?
score is your CTL. Your fatigue number is your ATL. The difference is your freshness. And if you're positive, the higher positive, the more fresh you'll be. The more negative,
Yeah,
you'll be in a hole, etc.
yeah, right. Yeah. Now my freshness is still at 20 in the green, so
Yeah, that's good.
yeah.
I found when I was racing, I actually would race really well with a fitness, a freshness. It's like I'm trying to type in. It doesn't work well.
We get dropped out.
If I was like low single digits in my freshness, I would be like really well ready for a race. If you're too positive, you might not be like ramped up and ready for a hard effort.
Yeah.
Oh,
And if you're negative, if you're too far negative, you're just not going to have your body's
so what's the
basically
sweet spot?
overtrained.
I've been tinkering. I've been exporting my Zwift rides along with my Garmin rides.
Uh-huh.
Drop them in AI
Uh-huh.
and set a goal on AI. And I try to let AI figure out what my weak points were.
Uh-huh.
And for instance, ChatGPT can write a Zwift training based on your weaknesses.
Nice.
Yeah.
What did it tell you
So
your
that's-
weaknesses were? And what did it give you?
Yeah. Riding uphill.
Aha!
I keep dropping.
Well,
I'm a guy. It said I'm a guy called something puncher type or something like that.
sure. Yep.
I perform okay on rolling hills,
Yeah.
but for instance, I've been trying to ride up to Zwift under 1 hour. Still can make it.
So, yeah, under an hour on Alpha Zwift,
Stop,
usually I
you're
think
like-
requires just over
At
2
least-
watts a kilo.
Yeah,
For an
3.5, something like that.
Yeah, it depends
But-
a little bit on your weight because there's
Yeah, I
enough
didn't.
flat-ish sections that
Yeah.
Overall
Yeah.
watts does play into a little
Yeah,
bit.
I've tried. Last time I tried was in February, so perhaps I have to try again this week somewhere. And basically, it's also a good FTP test.
Well,
Nice.
Andy Lawson didn't realize the pizza ride was going to devolve into What's Up with Power. But,
Oh, what's going on with your microphone, Justin? It doesn't sound like it usually does.
hold on. I think I know what's going on. Maybe NVIDIA broadcast didn't get started after last week. Reboot, let's find out. Oh, or let me try 2 things. I rebooted a couple times and I bet you the wrong microphone's picked in Discord.
Yeah, I've got a meeting in 25 minutes, so I'm not going to be around too long.
Yeah, Wags, it sounds like it's a microphone that's farther away than normal.
Yeah.
So it's probably a different mic.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Is that better?
Oh, that's better.
Oh, that's better.
Oh, I know exactly what's going on. Found it. Hold on. Change it in 2 places. Still good? Check 1 2, still good?
Yep.
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 Okay. Yep, it had defaulted to the microphone on my webcam in front of my finger and not my Yeti microphone that's right here.
Oh yeah.
Well, that probably made the mic a lot better. Now it's probably too loud for you guys. So my
Ride on.
my son is getting into 3D animation and rendering with a software called Blender. And,
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. I've used it before. Yeah, it's fine.
and he's been getting into more complex rendering, and I think with his first computer setup he had, there was a render that was going to take like 30 plus hours or something like that. He didn't have a very strong computer. It's all good, Dan. Are you in Discord listening, or are you on the game house?
Oh, my riding buddy is going away.
Oh yeah. Well, it's an hour.
Well-
You'll find people will drop off at an hour. Usually, if they stay over an hour, they will go the whole thing. Maybe 2 hours. Okay. Oh, we were saying Blender, and
Well, you were talking
Please.
about Blender.
I was. You were listening obligatorily because you couldn't make me shut up.
We can always leave the room. Oh yeah, we're not on TeamODZ server, are we? I could server-side mute you as well if we were on there. But you could unmute yourself.
Anyway, I've been playing with how he can use all the computers in our house to render faster. That's
Like a
a
cloud
farm.
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. There's a piece of software from
Distributed computing.
Blender called Flamenco that does it. And the premise is that if you set up all the computers to have the same access to the same shared storage, then this app will distribute the workload. You have to make sure Blender's installed on all the computers, but then it'll manage running the right Blender commands on all the computers so that it can, split the work into smaller jobs, distribute it, etc. Pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been I live in Holland, and the how do you say it? Hospitals. You can opt in to use your computer to let them use your GPU for research,
Okay.
and they pay you. They pay you
Yeah.
for the,
Yes.
the.
Same concept. Cycles.
Oh, awesome! Yeah,
They pay you?
yeah.
Hold on. I should be charging my son for time on my Zwift computer.
Yeah, it costs it costs power and
for sure.
wear down, stuff like that.
Yeah, make him do chores in the house. Oh, you didn't take the trash out today. No GPU for you.
I think the other one I used was Adobe with an Autodesk. Something like that.
Autodesk is made by- It's not an Adobe product, but I think
No,
Autodesk is made by
Autodesk.
AutoCAD, I think is the company name. I forget.
Yeah, something like that. But it's also 3D modeling software.
They also have
That's what we had in high school.
Fusion 360 is a 3D modeling software.
Yeah. You see
Inventor
the guy on
as
Instagram? He did the
Maya.
canyon.
Hey, what?
It's the first time.
All Autodesk products.
Oh, yep.
Maya and
Yeah,
3D.
Autodesk is the manufacturer.
All Autodesk products.
There we go.
Autodesk is the
is
company. AutoCAD.
Yeah.
Big
you're
product.
right. Yep, thank you for correcting me. I'm
I'm
short
actually
on
trying to take.
oxygen.
I'm actually trying to take my Autodesk certified user exam after this ride this morning on Fusion.
On Fusion 360? Or is there a difference between Fusion and Fusion 360?
They just keep changing the name. I think it might actually be called
Okay.
Fusion Team now or something.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
You can actually get I think you can get a free license to Fusion so long as you make less than $2,000 a year with the software. I think that's their limit.
They also give it away free to students and educators.
Yes. Well, it's
All
a
of it
common. You know the methodology behind that?
Yeah, they're training future users for them.
Yeah, the other term is the first shot of crack is always free.
I was just about to say the same thing as the drug dealer model.
You can chat. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go. I have to get the bathroom. Okay, stop.
So pain in front of your kneecap is mostly saddle too low, right? Low, right?
The thing in front of your kneecap?
Yeah. My girlfriend has been riding on my bike, it seems. She was riding a race a few days ago. People were shouting that there were a lot of cheaters in the front of the pack. Guys riding steady 5 watts per kilo.
You said welcome to Zwift?
Then they checked his name and it was Valtteri Bottas. This guy is a maniac. Apparently he rides Zwift too.
Nice.
Coffee's up, by the way.
Yeah. No, my
If
coffee
you-
is blacked out.
If you were, oh yeah, well, okay. So what happens is it'll give it to you after 30 minutes. It lasts 3 minutes long, and then the 30-minute timer starts again. So depending on when you last used it, you'll have to wait 30 minutes.
Can I have a hot
But
chocolate,
if you don't
please?
use it right away, hot chocolate coming right up. Here's a story on hot chocolate. Last night I was going to bed and I was annoyed because on our countertop there was, so I have 5 kids, there were packets of apple cider and like little tea packets like all over the countertop, just like half open, half spilled. Like it was just a total disaster. So being the dad that I am, I put all the hot chocolate, apple cider and tea into a garbage bag, hid it, and then put a note in the cupboard that said, "You've lost your privilege for a week because you don't clean up after yourself." I might have been a little angry. We'll see if it lasts a week.
Yeah, I have 4 kids
I like
too.
this
So
style.
I know how you feel.
I always passively aggressively when they leave trash out. I'll put it right in front of their door, thinking, "Oh, this will teach them." No, they just leave it there for a week.
It just gets stuck under the door next time they open it and ground into the carpet.
Yeah. Man, teenagers are so lazy.
They don't even mind if their room smells like a morgue.
Oh,
I'm impressed that your nose is attuned to that smell. I think I know what you do for a living.
yeah, death is the only best word for my youngest son's room for sure. Oh,
So I think I've been either this ride's been working, I've been getting more fit, and I'm like taking in less water and nutrients each ride, or it's because I started opening my side door and I'm sweating less. Let's pretend it's actually my fitness. Make me feel good.
No, I've been noticing it for myself. I've been riding longer rides,
Mm-hmm.
and I notice my body uses fuel
More
more
efficiently.
efficiently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I've been using an app. It's called Eat My Ride. I don't know if you know it.
It'll tell you how many
Basically,
calories you
you,
need for each ride.
Yeah, and they track your history of rides,
Okay.
your heart rate, stuff like that, and they base the fuel intake that you need for the upcoming rides.
That's cool.
I've been using it for a while now. I've those cis beta fuel packages and stuff like that. It works really well.
So, beta fuel is maltodextrin, correct?
No, it's like it's like food and electrolytes
Yes.
and stuff like that all in one. Yeah.
Okay, so I would look at, if I were you, there's a product
I know where
called
this is headed.
there's a product called Formula 369. It's
Formula.
okay.
Yeah, I'm hesitant to Google right now because I'm dropping.
Send him a link, Justin.
I
Formula.
think this is a record, Wagz. It took us hour and 10 minutes to talk about Formula 369 this week.
It's basically a competitor. It's a competitor to Beta Fuel, but it's like 1/4 the cost.
Ah,
So what if you make it yourself? You buy Multistreaming, whatever.
Honestly, you could just, if you want to make it yourself, you can just mix, I kid you not, like table sugar and a little bit of salt. And it won't be the same because the carbohydrate chains in maltodextrin are a bit different, but it's pretty dang close.
okay. Bulk,
But,
10 pounds.
And
Yes.
but I can't say how effective it is. I have tried that.
Do they ship Formula 369 to Europe?
I don't
I know
know.
it's
I have to
US-based.
figure out. Yeah, so but
He's based out of
basically,
Utah.
Fuck this. Yeah. It's quite expensive to ship it right now.
Yes. Especially when it weighs 10 pounds.
Yeah. So
You
it's
want to
eight-
explain the send me a link, Justin?
Yes. So,
Dang it! This guy. He
We
dropped the group.
don't follow his wheel. I'm
then-
live streaming. Yeah. John says the other fuel, just eat a banana. Yes. That is another really good fuel source. Although the real food is definitely a good one. The benefit with these maltodextrins is that if you're racing, it's hard to eat real food. You can just take it into your bottle. But you're right, real food can be just as effective. But the nice thing is because you're getting little bits of maltodextrin slowly throughout the whole ride, it like normalizes out your fuel and keeps it very consistent. It's not as spiky. Typically with real food, you have to eat so much of it, you have to eat like a full serving just so that it's not in your back pocket, that you'll get spikes and you'll ups and downs. But yes, I mean, the real answer, just get an IV. Just get it pumped right into your bloodstream. You might get flagged by the UTI, but trust me, riding with something
Hey, I don't
pumping
want to
in
be
your
the
veins.
Lance Armstrong.
So the reference that Andy Lawton was making is we were live streaming and a guy says, or what was the wording he used, Andy? I forget. You
He
probably
wanted a
remember
new
exactly.
chain. He needed a new chain. And he asked if you could... or did he ask, or did you offer to send links?
I was telling him about where the chains I got, and he goes, "Hey, can you send me a link?" Like, not URL.
Everybody got it, but Justin.
Yep. I was so dense. I was like, "Oh, let me find the URL. I'll send that right along." And everyone's like, "You're a doofus, Wagz. He just trolled you."
Now, how do you get sponsorship?
Well, no, Daniel, I'm not sponsored by them. I wish. Okay, I guess. So he's from 30 minutes from my hometown. And when he started, he was giving me product at a low cost to try it out. So I've been trying it for a few years at low cost, but I'm now currently buying it at retail prices. Yep.
Is he not your friend? Not your mate?
I know him. I could text him right now.
Or are you're supporting him, right?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's a good product. I'll pay you what it's worth.
If it's a good friend, even
Well, we ride bikes together.
if
I
you give
mean,
me it for free.
as good of friends as we can be for riding bikes together.
But I was trying to elaborate. Even if it's a really good friend, if they're trying to give me it for free, I would probably still do some contribution. and give it back. Right? You're not gonna take advantage of your good friend.
Exactly. Yeah, he's gotta earn a living. Yep. And besides, any sponsorship with Formula 369 would probably just mean, hey, here's a discount code so you can buy it like at a discount, which means he won't make as much money and I only get a small discount, and it's already so cheap. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about trying it. I use the Gatorade powder, like $8 at the Walmart. But now that I just bought a bike, I don't know if I can afford anything else. Does he do sample packets?
Yep.
How can we request those if we want to like it?
Go to his
Try
website,
it. Put it up there.
Formula369.com. I'm sure they have a small thing you can get.
They do. It's 3 servings.
I'll tell him Mike sent us.
I don't think he's going to send you a free sample, but you'll have to pay for shipping probably.
No, he might. He'll send you a free sample, but you pay for the shipping, right?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Because
Sample's not free.
I first started out
Where's good Costco?
literally having his brother-in-law drive it to my house. So that was my. I don't
So
think
you were one of the first people.
Yeah. Well, he reached out to racers he knew in the Utah area because he was trying to get feedback. Is Hammer also from Utah?
Let me switch it
I'm
out.
not sure on that. I gotta go. I've got a meeting
Maybe.
in 5 minutes, so thought I'd come and say hello.
I'm a nutrition. Really California guy, Brian Frank. It was founded in Southern California.
Thanks for the lead, Justin.
Yeah. My
Or
pleasure.
something
Thanks
like
for
that.
coming.
I'm reading the thing. Oh, I thought you were talking to me to two Justins. Sorry.
Should have said Wags.
Hey, Wag, can I be co-host next week? Like, co-host.
You can be co-host right now.
Yeah, two Justins. Perfect.
You want a chevron?
No, like, I don't get the.
You'll
I
have
don't
to
get
talk to. You'll have to talk to Schlongi and James about a chevron.
I want a chevron.
We should get Eric to join one of these rides sometimes, Wags. He would. That'd be fun to tap his brain and all his knowledge on 369. He seems like a pretty cool guy.
I've met him before. He'll be
I'm
back.
talking about a different Eric. I'm talking about a different Eric.
Eric Ellis.
Sorry, there's too many Erics, too many Justins. I can't remember who's who. We should, on that topic, hey, we should ask Jonathan Lee to join us.
Jonathan Levy.
No, Jonathan Lee from Tanner Row.
Oh.
And then we can have more talk about what we're doing today. Training,
Yeah.
nutrition. I wonder if we could get Eric Min up here. What would it take?
More effort than I'm willing to put in.
No, if he shows up, this 105 group will become 1,000.
Yeah, and it'll be shattered and in disarray and not well organized.
Mm-hmm. I like our group the size it is.
Oh, I'm co-host then. Yes. I'm not doing much.
It's okay, being the host, you don't have to do much other than ride. I guess I do have to prove that I'm human. All the bot checkers out there.
I turned my camera on, so now you have proof. I'm not lying.
Well, we have proof that either you have a really good AI running or something is a deep fake. Crazy what AI can do these days.
Oh no, AI. AI is too powerful.
I totally forgot to calculate our ETA at 33 kilometers, and now we're at 52.
It's okay. Wait, let me do it for you. Let me do it for you. Let me.
They were under 240. We'll call it that.
Under 240.
Ooh. So, I forget your real name, but M. Bovin, who was learning all the acronyms on power. So, the reason you won't find CTL on those other websites as well is because it's a CTL and ATL are also trademarked terms. Hence why people use fitness and fitness and fatigue. Fitness is CTL, fatigue is ATL. And then the third term they call freshness would be called TSB, or training stress balance. That's the training peak term for it.
So, ETA, we have roughly an hour and 15 minutes left.
Yep.
Using calculator. I went and did all the math.
Nice.
That's exactly what Wagz said.
No, I checked it using
It's doubly verified using averages.
So,
We were at 52
you'll
kilometers,
be done around.
and we were an hour and 21 or hour 22, and I said, yeah, that means we basically did 50K in just under an hour 20. Double that, we're just under 240.
So you'll be done around like 10:40ish, 10:15.
I sure hope I don't have to ride that long.
Your time.
I sure hope I'm done like
No.
8:40, 8:45. I'm
Wait.
just teasing.
Wait. Well, are you
Different time zones.
Because I know I'm calculating in your time zone. I'm in Pacific. No, I'm with Eric.
If you're at 10:40, you're
The
not.
Zwift decided.
If you're finishing
No,
at 10:40, you're not Pacific time.
6:30. I'm calculating in your time.
Negative.
Well, you're wrong. You're wrong then. I'm in Mountain Time Zone.
What? Yeah.
1 hour different.
Oh, sorry. I was calculating in Central. What mountain?
It's 7:30 right now. Mountain.
7:30.
PM.
So
Okay.
9:40 ish.
Yeah, 7:30 p.m.
Sorry.
No. Now we're just
get out
confusing
of here.
Justin. Now we're just
It's
preying on his low
Three-
oxygen
Did I
state.
mention I did a 4-hour ride one time at 2 a.m. My team woke up and they wrote the chat like, I go to the middle of the night to use the bathroom. This guy goes in the middle of the night to ride 4 hours and gets done at 6.
So is it 3:30 where you're at, M. Bovin? Is that what you're saying? PM?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Something like that.
I'm 30 minutes from Amsterdam.
Is that
Nice.
GMT? The same as UTC or you? Okay.
Yeah, DMT.
But right now, I think that's a 7-hour offset for me, 8-hour offset for Pacific. I think.
West Coast, the best coast.
I'm gonna
But don't trust my
Pacific time
math.
zone. Yes.
It's riding the bike and doing math
bad
are
at that.
generally not good mixes.
No. Hey.
My gears keep swapping 2 at a time. Something's wrong.
So I noticed recently on Tron bikes that they emit a much stronger glow and reflect off the rider and riders around them. Is that new?
Oh.
Or am I just paying attention more?
No, I think that's
I
new
think,
because I noticed it today as well.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah.
I was also
I
wondering
also just
Hey, do you?
who in the right mind is riding Tron bikes right now, unless they've already upgraded all of their other Zwift bikes.
Those who haven't been to Zwift Insider.
It's insane. How come we don't get the headlines? What's the deal with that? I've been trying to figure it out too for the past couple months.
The headlights, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I just noticed
the
I'm riding
headlights.
somewhere in a cave and the headlights turned on.
Yeah.
But I guess it depends on what type of computer you're using.
Yes, the graphics level and your graphics engine.
There's no way to force it, huh?
No, it's before you could change your graphic settings, but right now it's all hidden somewhere in a config file.
I
You sure
tried,
can-
but it didn't work.
Well, you can. I think you can ask it. Hold on. Like I have mine.
You can
I'm gonna go look.
You can set it to whatever the highest the Zwift
Oh,
is
that's
set.
right.
Your computer is capable
Capable
of,
of.
yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because it was only like 3 months ago they switched the M4 Mac Mini to the highest setting.
Yeah, so you can
And so
choose
now
I got the M2 Mac.
game resolution. But where's the? Is there? I don't see a. Where do you set ultra?
You don't.
You're right. I think they took that away.
Yeah.
You just get. You get what they
You-
think the
Yeah,
best is
what
for your
they assign
graphics
you.
card.
yeah.
You can change resolution. But
Yep.
you used to be able to set. I swear.
Yeah. But you can still swap it, but you have to dig into the system files.
Yeah.
But only if you're writing on you're using a PC.
I think the file's there on
man.
Mac. It's just a lot harder to find.
Look what's there.
Could be.
I have found it before and tried to tinker with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Like they're the same application. They just compiled for
It's in
different
the file
targets.
under. Yeah, and then you gotta go edit it. If you know coding, hey, go ahead and you'll win.
So, editing that file does not require coding knowledge. Let's just be honest.
No, but editing that file does not mean it will show up in game.
Yeah. Well, you can. It may
I'm
affect.
still
it.
hoping-
I have tested it.
Still hoping that they'll give us the same API that they use for the climbing portals to upload personal GPX files.
Ah,
That would be great, but I don't know if that's something. Ruby used to you have it, but they took it away also.
that'd be cool, like a personal climb portal.
Yeah, or just if you have some race coming up and you already have the GPX, and you can just use your GPX and
Yeah.
use the climb portal methodology to write it, and you
I
don't
like
have to be.
that idea as a climb portal because then one of the reasons they haven't done that is because of all the scenery. That
Yeah.
Usually it's all hand generated.
Yeah,
Climb portal doesn't need it. I'm
No.
positive though, it would also be. They would have to do some processing to smooth out the file, otherwise it might look like
yeah.
garbage.
Sure.
Look, if they use a 10% of of the to smooth it, you already have your thing. But I don't know, perhaps in the future.
No, it's-
You already have you have the program already. It's a different app called what's it called? Let me check. I tried it one time, and it's just
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name. I know what you're talking about. There's an app that you can just give a GPX file and it basically
yeah.
turns.
Kino map.
yeah, for sure they
Yeah.
won't have to write the software themselves to smooth it. And if they do, they're silly. Maybe they'll massage an open source implementation. But
Dude, I got caught, dropped from. Hey, this guy doing 1.1, what? 1.9?
sorry, I realized I was behind the pack and I surged a bit and left Casey and Justin behind. Like a real, true, friendly ride leader would.
Well, I'm trying to totally the same thing. I hate this.
But is this? Okay, no, it's just. Have you guys already ridden the?
I'm gonna follow you on Strava for that matter.
Have you
No.
guys ridden?
I'm gonna go ahead and flag your.
Volcano circuit already?
Yes, we did that. Was that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Okay.
But it was good. I would do it again because that's a
Yeah.
good badge that most people won't get otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, and a friend of mine also rode Christmas Day. He rode Ventop 5 times.
Whoa.
No, you better be kidding me. You better be kidding me.
Yeah.
I did 2 in one ride. And
It took him
I also
12
did
hours.
Mount
or
Fuji
something.
twice in one ride. Oh God. I did Mount Fuji twice in one ride. Hamilton twice in one ride. I have not done the outdoor Hamilton yet. One day. And I've done both out and Ventop twice in one ride. But
No, I
that's
like
how
those.
Hamilton twice in one ride was like boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also watching Apple TV right now. So
Don't even get me started.
Many years ago, not that many years ago, but for my birthday ride, I would pick a climb that I could do the same number of times as my birthday and finish roughly around 3-ish hours. So I would use you ever heard of VeloViewer?
No.
VeloViewer can
Oh, I
import
know
your
it.
Strava data and give you all
Yeah.
sorts of crazy statistical analysis on it. But you can also get a nice table view of like all of the segments you've ever completed with a bunch of stats. And so I pulled up the table. I said, okay, I want them to be positive gradient. And let's see if it's going to be 3 hours. And I have to go up and down. Needs to be roughly a climb around this duration. Anyway, I used it to narrow down the segment I was going to do over and over and over. That's fun.
Yeah, I would love to do one with you on your birthday on Zwift.
yeah, I have to figure out
If you're down.
We'll see. I mean,
I'll try.
I don't think I'm going to do a 3-hour ride this month. My birthday is actually this month, but it's on a Monday.
All right, we'll do a
I don't have
12
enough
ride.
time.
Well, hey, can we find a time to celebrate with you?
Yes, you can.
For
How
real.
can we celebrate?
For real.
The Thursday after my birthday when we do this ride.
That's fine.
There we go.
I'm down. Yeah, put it in the chat. I'll show up and we'll have a good time.
We'll do 25 laps of Volcano since I'm obviously turning 25. That's clearly how old I am.
Awesome. I don't mind. Whatever route you pick, because it's your birthday.
Yeah,
For real,
Sunday
I'm not like
I'm planning to ride the what's it called? My God, the Mega Pretzel 2 times on Sunday.
Woo!
If anyone's up for it.
Oh, what, how many? 180K?
No, that's 222K and 2 times 1,659 altitude meters.
Woof. I will.
But,
I'll eat 2 big pretzels in your honor. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'm not riding 2.5 watts per kilo. Just taking it easy. But it's just to get the
Endurance up. Yep.
yeah, and training for eating and getting your legs used to it. Yeah, that's
Yes.
basically it.
Yes. That makes sense.
Because
I'm gonna text it.
You should consider halfway through changing your bib shorts. On rides that long on the trainer, it actually, because it'll get really wet.
Yeah, I'm not a big sweater, but I understand what you mean. That's something that I'm worried about for the upcoming race in Spain too, because it'll be around in the morning it's around 6 degrees Celsius. I don't know how much it is in Fahrenheit, and in the afternoon it could be up to.
Celsius? It better be 60
no, 6.
Fahrenheit, not Celsius. Oh, 6.
No, 6 Celsius in the morning,
Okay.
but around 30 in the afternoon. So it's like
yeah, that's a big swing.
Yeah. That's I don't know. The winner last year was a guy from your country. He's called Peter Stetina or something like that.
He's a pro, Peter Stetina.
Yeah, he rode 35 kilometers average. It's a beast.
Oh god.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I mean, I know the name. I don't know him personally, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's a former pro. I don't think he's currently still a pro. I don't know the answer to that.
I have no idea.
He's very fit. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ryan, I'm gonna call you Ryan.
Yeah, it's fine.
This OBS thing, I just downloaded it. It's running like some server. It's having like auto configuration wizard service.
Yeah. So it's
If I want to stream it
by
on Discord, how do I
default.
do that?
By the default. Yeah. So welcome to the rabbit hole. OBS is a Swiss Army knife. It does a million things. Its default setup assumes you're just going to stream to something like Twitch or YouTube or Facebook, but you
No, I only want this
don't
one.
set. I'm aware of that. So yeah, you're gonna have to click through or decline that stuff, and then what you want is called. There's a feature called the virtual camera. Okay, and what it's gonna do is when you start the virtual camera, whatever scene you have set up, and so for your scene, you're gonna have to like choose your camera source, whatever else, game capture, all this stuff. You're gonna have to arrange it into a scene, choose that scene as the current scene, and that scene will get sent to your virtual camera. Virtual camera means you're gonna show up on your computer as if you had another webcam, but the webcam is the video coming from OBS, if that makes sense. And then in Discord,
Okay.
you choose that virtual camera as your camera source. You're welcome. The rabbit hole is
sense.
deep and long, and you will have 10,000 more questions. Go to Google.
Where do we go? All right, you done great. Yeah, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna try to text Eric Slang on Strava and then see if we can set up your birthday route. No, for real, I'm not joking.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
The birthday route should be the altitude meters in years.
John Jensen's listening in Discord. Texted me in the game, said, at this
should
point in
be-
the
it should be
instructions
a-
is when I call my nephew.
Altitude meters in. It should be altitude. Your age in altitude feet meters.
Well, dude, no. I would be very happy if for my birthday ride,
1,000.
the number of meters
Yeah,
of
whatever.
altitude is the same as my age. I'm turning 39, so we need 100 kilometers with 39 meters of climbing. That's it.
Hey, we'll do it. Tempest.
Okay, there we go.
I'm down.
Skip it.
If you're down,
That'll be
shake
April
hands.
20. What's the 20? My birthday's the 21st, so, and I think it's a Monday.
20.
Be the 24th.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Tempest.
Yep.
Yeah, there's also some sort of. There are also guys who build unofficial Zwift rides. I don't know how they're called. Let me check.
Like a group ride where you invite your friends and pick a route?
No, they're like road routes or something.
Oh, called Eric Schlong is actually one of the originators of that. They call it the Rebel Routes.
Rebel routes, yeah. I guess PRL full is one of the first, or something like that.
We're not doing PRL full for my birthday. Unless
I will
you
never
guys want
do
to
it.
rotate riding my account and complete PRL full for me, then I'll let you do that.
If you let me save it on my Strava as well, then sure.
So, my brother's birthday was just in the last week. He's into cycling as well, and we were on vacation, his family and mine, and he had a tailwind on a road, went really hard, and of course came home and made a segment, got the KOM. And so I joked that for his birthday, I was going to steal his bike and his bike computer to go faster on the segment than he did and upload it under his account so that only he knew that it was actually me that had beat him on the segment, even though it showed as himself.
Cool.
I didn't actually do it. I'm all talk, no walk.
Yeah. It's pretty much impossible to get KOMs where I live. Because the right at my front door is where the Ironman passes through. So basically,
Yeah.
it's all 60 kilometers per hour plus. or God knows how long. It's near impossible. But you can ride like 1 hour and have 5 altitude meters where I live. So it's basically all flat.
I mean, this route that he picked was like a residential street that was a dead end, and he like took the tailwind into the dead end. So
That's nice. Yeah.
So I can't message Eric Lane. I'm not following me. Oh,
I'll message him on.
if you can set that up, I will.
I'll ask him. Yeah.
Yeah, I will gladly join. I will make reservations to show up. I mean, I'm not doing anything in the morning besides sleep. It's either sleep or get up and ride. Oh, better be.
Request sent. We'll see if he's
And shoot.
has cellular coverage in Dundee, Scotland.
He's riding Zwift, real outdoor Zwift, as I call it.
I say he's
Doing lots.
He's cheating on Zwift with Earl. That's how I call it. Earl meaning IRL.
He's riding the Earl version of Lock Loop, or whatever you want to call it.
175k remaining for next upgrade. Okay.
Nice. Ooh,
I gotta ride 40 more miles.
looks like I'm going to roll over another level 100 and get 50,000 dropped here soon.
So what's the outdoor ride if you're at level 100?
What's the what?
How does it work then? The new outdoor ride feature.
Oh, you get
You're at
5
level
XP
100,
per mile, I think.
Yep.
Same thing.
but you're already level 100.
So what happens is level 100,
No drop.
you just repeat it over and over and over. And every time you complete it, you get another 50,000 drops.
Yeah.
I think I did the math. In fact, I know I did the math. And so in the early days, you were capped at like level 25 and level 50. And then when they rolled out level 100, they didn't immediately give you all that stuff. You had to earn it over time. But then they didn't like back give you, like I had technically earned, I think it takes like 800,000 rider points to get to level 100. And I had over 2 million by the time I got to level 100. But they didn't give me the like, I think I did the math and it was like 3 million drops that I would have earned rolling over 100 that many times. But I didn't get it. I want my $2.
They had that less steep for that super senior stuff.
I also read.
You're breaking up a little, Miles. I didn't quite hear that.
No, I was saying the level 1 curve less steep. Like the requirement to level up was lower. It was super hard to max out too. It was easier for us.
I read on Reddit also that they were giving out free Zwift Play controllers for people over level 80 or something.
Bull crap.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I got one.
What?
Yeah.
It was, I don't know.
My coach got one too.
I can't figure out. Yeah, I can't figure out who got them. Like who was chosen. There were plenty of people that were level 100 that never got the email. That there was like an email that came out randomly the Thursday afternoon, and like everyone was like, "Oh."
Not to mention the original gangsters who should have had level 200 but were capped below. Didn't ever get. There's a theme here in Zwift. Management of their users, and that they quite often will make them angry.
Yeah, I guess
Like,
some
really?
Swift programmers used to work at Blizzard or something. Or just gives all the wow. What?
So I need to.
No, Zwift just asked their paying customers to lead group rides for them and cultivate all their membership and give them nothing except rob them of their earned drop to the tune of millions of drops.
Yeah.
I'm not bitter at all. Okay. Mr. Snake says Tempest Fuji for April 24th. It's on the docket.
Thank you. I will be there.
Tempest Fuji.
We'll
April 24th?
have a party.
Uh-huh.
Ah.
So when I used to lead the ride called the Wagon, that was the inspiration for this ride, it was 3 hours at 3 watts a kilo. Actually, technically, we would warm up at like 2 to 2.5 for 15 minutes, and then the majority at 3.0, and a little bit of cool down. But I led that for like 5 years, I think.
Wow.
Every Thursday.
Okay.
So I think I've done, and it was on Tempest Fuji, always. So I think I've done the Tempest Fuji segment like over 600 times or something like that.
Okay. So you're the local legend.
I don't even think I am. I think somebody else has got more.
Yeah, I was riding the other day and I saw some guy from Ukraine riding steady 400 watts for already 475 kilometers. So
He probably had a dumb trainer in
Yeah.
Z-Power
yeah,
because those
I
get
guess he
capped
was
out
the-
at 400 watts.
I guess he was drop farming or something.
Guys,
Oh,
I-
there,
I
got
don't-
I see the headlight just came on for me,
Yeah, it's new, right?
but I think it's just for you. I don't think the headlight shows for other riders. At least I don't see
Okay.
other people with headlights on.
Yeah, it's just for individuals with good graphic engines, not those of us on tablets TV.
So everyone sees
It's a
their
good
own
headlight.
headlight, just not others'
Yeah.
headlights.
yeah, I don't see mine. It's just none.
So are you? I bet you
Still trying to figure out
remember
how to do this.
day and night is not synchronized for everybody because
Okay.
it's like a little bit of dark for me in the game right now.
Me too. Dusk. Oh no, dawn. No, dusk.
Yeah, the difference is dusk if it's gonna be nighttime, dawn if
Yeah.
it's gonna be morning. Which I think right
It's a
now
good headlight, by the way.
feels like it's going to it's dusk going to nighttime. That could be wrong.
I was just shopping for headlights. Quite expensive, by the way.
The headlight,
Let my eye.
What is
The one.
expensive now?
yeah.
Well, I was looking for something called it's. Well, they're based in the US, I guess. It's out front light or something like that. They're around $280 or something.
Do they have a camera built into them?
Nah, but it's just
What?
it's a a lamp that you can use with high amount of lumen for around 8 hours in the dark.
Wow.
Uh,
I had 8 hours is a long time. Does it have a?
yeah,
Is the battery pack separate or is it all one unit?
you can charge it also with your power bank during.
Okay.
But it has like 5 settings.
Wow.
But it's a wide light, so I mainly ride off road, not on tarmac.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. No, that
you know,
would be
you have
worth
to.
it.
Yeah.
Light up the whole thing. I was gonna say like $100 for like a really good. I think 800 lumens is pretty good. Maybe I'm wrong on lumen count. How many lumens is that thing?
Out front.
Google it. What could go wrong?
Yeah. I'm already 10 minutes behind, so it's okay. Out front. Really. The new Garmin is also expensive for 1.1 hours of light. $500.
Whoa. 'Cause I used to have a front headlight that had a camera that would record all the time built into it. Made by a company called Cyclists. I swear it was like $300 maybe? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was more than that. But I got it because I have been hit by a truck before.
Really? Wow.
And yes, having the cameras helped prove that the car was at fault and basically me get compensated. So
Wow. Yeah.
I will heavily advocate for having cameras if you're going to ride in a urban area. If for nothing else,
Yeah.
other than
Definitely.
making sure your wife and children have money after the car kills you. Not if, but when.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a GoPro mounted, so that's okay.
Exactly.
What's
I
it
had this
called?
other light. I think it was called Cygo light or something. It would burn so hot that it depended on the airflow from you riding to cool down the light. So if you had it on full brightness and held it in your hand, it would burn your hand eventually. If
Really?
you weren't, it needed the airflow across its fins to cool itself.
Wow. It's from a company called Outbound Lighting.
Okay.
Chicago. Trail Evo
Yeah,
light.
for non-street riding, I think you would want as massive of light as possible.
Yeah.
John Jensen says,
It has
move to North
1200
Dakota.
lumens.
Endless traffic-free roads and gravel. Very safe. Yep. That's the other solution.
1200 lumens, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I was looking for the rear light too, but it's really expensive, all those good lights. Shipping, $80. No, never mind.
The rear light that I use is so it turns out the battery life on that front camera and light combo was not great, but the battery life on the rear one was longer. So as long as I had a camera rolling, so I would use the cyclic rear facing light / camera combo and just have it whenever you turn on the rear light, it's recording. I never look at the footage unless the unspeakable happens.
Yeah. Is it like a advanced type of Garmin? What's it called? Varia or something? With a radar inside or something?
It does not have
It's
radar. I think there was a version that had a camera and radar and light, and it was really expensive, and the battery life was atrocious, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
The Varia has a front and rear now for us.
Yeah, it's an expensive hobby, you know.
Yeah. I'm reminding myself again right now that I have to buy my bike upgrade before I leave. So hopefully I remember.
No.
I don't want to lose 90 plus Ks on the next stage.
Yeah, right there with you.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how this OBS thing works.
Ah, and you're still in the group? That's impressive.
Yes. You're up there. Now it's just I have to broadcast into Discord. That's the hard part.
Yeah, so turn on the virtual camera and then choose the virtual camera as your source in Discord. You have to change your camera source in Discord.
Okay.
Just got an invite for the Unbound in US.
Ooh.
Unbound Gravel. Wow. 352 miles.
Whoa.
Where is it? Kansas? Kansas.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you used
Oh,
to
yeah,
call the
Kansas.
Dirty Kansas, right?
Yeah. It's in Emporia.
200 miles.
Yeah, 200.
So that is it. Oh, that would be 320K, or is it way over
No.
200 miles?
The unbound XL is
What?
352 miles US.
What? Is there multiple versions of it? I'd always heard
Yeah,
of the
there's
Dirty
the 200.
Kansas 200.
Yeah.
There's multiple versions now. I think there's like 3 or something.
Last year, a guy from my country was arrested while participating.
Yeah. For taking a shower in the parking lot.
Yep.
I remember that article. It was Lorenz Pendam and somebody else.
Yeah. He's a really good rider, by the way. Also.
Yeah, just come to the U.S., go to a public park, get naked in the parking lot, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Make sure there's mothers there with their children playing on the toys before you do it. That'll really maximize your chances of seeing the inside of a prison.
Yeah, and where I'm from, people are a bit less. How to explain? Strict.
Concerned about those kind of things.
Americans are prude.
Prude, I think, is the word you're looking for.
And this guy is just a robot. He doesn't even think about what he's doing. He's just all racing in his head. He's one of the few
He's a
as
beast.
score and join, which is maxed out basically. But he has no body fat, anything. Just
So, Justin, are you Googling OBS on your phone? Is that what you're doing? He's muted.
Yes, I was watching a YouTube video. That's why I muted myself.
There's only about 4,000
Because I don't
million
want to.
hours of how to set up OBS on YouTube. Because, like, literally every YouTuber probably uses OBS in some way, shape, or form. So they all want to make content, or every streamer for sure. YouTuber, maybe
so
not
I need to
necessarily YouTuber.
enable- So oh, they can't find the virtual camera. That's why. So I need to close this.
Probably a driver or something you have to install. I forget. Like I said, welcome to the rabbit
Sorry
hole.
about that. Windows user.
Yeah, that's fine. Macs are fine. But you will find, generally speaking, OBS will be more difficult on Mac, but probably doable. But it's probably also it's an M series Mac, right? Not an old Intel. Like what Mac are
It's
you
a
on?
M series, yes.
Laptop?
M2 MacBook Air.
M2 MacBook Air?
M2.
Okay. I have the same machine.
Yes.
I haven't tried to use OBS on it, but I won't be surprised if it only has Intel-based drivers, which means they have to run in compatibility mode. It'll probably work, but I'm not sure if your game's frame rate will suffer or not, because it's going to use OBS has to do processing as well. So,
Well,
I don't know.
we'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna suffer.
well, a lot of OBS tasks are also will use a CPU. It depends on how you have it set up. You can have it set to hardware accelerator or not, but the trick is if it does slow stuff down, you can just run your scenes at a lower resolution and it'll make it easier on the machine. But the other rabbit hole is the scenes are set up at one resolution, and then you can actually output at a different resolution, but doing so will cost compute resources. So it's best to set up your scenes at the resolution you're streaming at, so you don't have to do a bunch of processing to scale down or up.
So it couldn't find it. That means I have to go to tools, auto configuration wizard.
I will be impressed if you get this working before the ride is over. Like majorly impressed.
I'm really trying.
And I literally do tech for a living. So I'll be impressed.
So
We increase his difficulty level by trying to drop him.
No, I didn't say anything about being in the group. I said if he just completes it before we finish. Like, if he completes it before we finish and he's still in the group, I'll be dumbfounded. It's super, super powerful what OBS can do, but it's also like way complicated.
it's so
But I
complicated.
think it's gotten a lot. I think it's gotten a lot better at the initial curve being not so bad. But guaranteed, if they've improved the initial learning curve, it's only for people streaming to Twitch. And since you're not doing that, you kind of have to go off the beaten path.
Isn't it the idea just to make a dummy account and just use FanView along with it on a separate device? So to save resources if you're,
Oh,
you know.
if you, yeah, like you could stream from a different machine. That is.
Yeah. And
But then you have to have two machines. Most machines are capable enough they can handle it.
yeah,
Like I'm running the game, OBS, Discord, running NVIDIA broadcast to process my microphone, and watching back my live stream all at the same time, all on the same machine.
okay.
They want me to restart my computer, which is not
Yeah,
happening
do
today.
that. What could go wrong?
Or you could just override the reset by pressing Alt F4.
That closes the game, right? Don't do that.
No.
It might be Command F4. It's probably different on Mac. Oh, it's Command Q on Mac.
Oh, oké. Oké, dan doe ik niet de deur op slot. I really need to buy a better fan.
Yeah, one of those. I have one of those.
I think Google Ads
What do you call
can
it?
get you better fans. Oh, you're not talking about your viewership. Got it.
But you are just looking at your screen. You are really streaming something. ODZ.
Yes.
Oh,
That's the group team that I've helped start and ridden with since 2017,
Oh wow.
2016. I
Okay.
forget.
It's like a really racing league team, something like that.
We started on Zwift. So
Okay.
ODZ stands for Optometrists on Zwift,
What? Oh, optometrist.
like an eye doctor.
Yeah.
Because the first two guys who started it were both optometrists from California. And if you look at the logo, the bike
Yes.
is a pair of glasses.
Yeah. Cool.
And the other acronym we used early on was overdosing on Zwift. Because we would ride a lot.
Yeah.
However, we were starting to build logos and website, etc. Until one day we got a message from this guy named Eric Min and said,
Ah.
please do not use overdosing and Zwift. It sounds too much like doping, and we don't want that anywhere near the Zwift name. Okay, fine, fair. So now it's a running joke. What does ODZ mean? Because you'll get 12 answers. They'll say things like, obviously dominating Zwift, optometrist on Zwift, old dad Zwifting. Yeah. So many acronyms. So have you ever heard of the KISS racing team?
Yep.
KRT? We started in the same era
Oh
that
yeah.
KRT started.
Okay.
In fact, we were a bit of rivals at the time. And there was this thing we would say in our club, release the Kraken. You've probably heard that before.
Yep.
And so like at the end of races, we would yell that. Well, the origination of that phrase was two of the guys who were early riders on ODZ. They were in an in real life crit race together. And one was the sprinter, the other one was going to try to set him up for a sprint. And they were talking strategy about how to finish it, blah, blah, blah. And when the guy, there was like 2 laps left. It was way too early, but he thought the sprinter should go. And so he yelled, in the middle of the crit race, top of his lungs. Release the Kraken! So now, if you on our Twitch stream, there's like a cheer you can pay for. Let's see if I can trigger it.
Oh wait, you are live streaming on Twitch also right now?
Yes. So
okay. Good to know.
There's a here we go. If you're watching the stream, you'll see this.
Release the Kraken.
There's an animation that popped up. You probably saw it in Discord too. The Kraken that rips apart a ship.
Nice.
And so we made a t-shirt that had a ship whose placard on the side said Kiss. And the Kraken was ripping apart the Kiss ship. Anyway, fun history.
You gotta jump off here, guys. So good riding with you. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for coming. And see who that was. Let me click back. Is that Miles? Yep.
Maybe I'll try connecting my Twitch.
I'm not surprised that installing the virtual camera requires a reboot because it basically shows up like a new hardware device. And it's not shocking that you'd have to reboot. You were close. So close.
Dang it, wasn't paying attention.
Attack! Drop him! Release the Kraken!
I got a bunch of small ISPs having outages this morning, so I was dealing with work from the on-call guy.
Hey, that 4-letter word is not allowed here.
I put on coffee break to answer a bunch of emails. I look up and I'm just drifting. I'm like, oh crap.
Apparently you're not a 3-minute emailer.
Well, I'd email multiple different fire chiefs.
Did you tell them to release the Kraken?
I did hear that story while I was doing that. Now we have
what you get for messing with me.
We have a couple fire stations that are kind of remote, and their only option for internet is using wireless ISPs. And it's there's this one in particular that is horribly unreliable. Like I tell them every time, I can't solve the problem. Like,
names?
Yell at your ISP.
Names, or it didn't happen. FuseNet.
No, not a wireless provider like that. Like an actual terrestrial WISP.
Yeah.
So
with the
local,
repeaters on mountaintop.
Yeah, Blue Mountain, but they recently got bought out, or they bought someone out. I don't know. Really, there's like 5 wireless ISPs around here, and in some way, shape, or form, they're all the damn same.
Did I tell you that's how I got my start in technology? Wireless ISPs.
That's cool.
In high school, I had some savings, and I was wanting to save up some extra money to pay for my mission. And so my friend was like, well, he was running an internet service provider from his house. He had bought a T1 and put up an access point and then installed receivers on his neighbors' homes, and they would pay for a share of the T1. The T1's like 1.5 megabits per second, which is atrociously slow today, but it was lightning fast compared to dial-up. And DSL and cable weren't really things yet. So I did that. I got a T1. It was like $150 a month. I went to my neighbors and said, hey, I'll let you share it for $40 a month. I think I maybe had 10 to 15 people topped at the peak of it. But, I mean, it was made some money. And then out of high school, I went to work for a company doing the same thing at bigger scale on mountaintops across the area.
Cool. So what's a normal bandwidth right now where you guys live at?
My old
You can
house
get-
was 1 gig symmetrical.
Okay. I have fiber. I think I could get, they would give me 200 megabits symmetrical for $35 a month, or 1 gigabit for $50 a month symmetrical. Now, that's not the whole story, because the way the ISP here works is that the actual physical fiber is installed by one company, and they connect it back to like an open marketplace, and there are multiple service providers on top. So when you first get installed, the fiber company wants to charge you, I think it was like $35 a month for the fiber install forever, and then you would pay for the service provider. But I had to ask a lot of questions, but there was a way you could basically pay off the whole install at once, and it was like a 6-year break even or something. So worth it. But so I bought it outright, so I don't have to pay the fiber company monthly. I just pay the service provider.
Yeah. Nice.
We unfortunately had 2 real ISPs, terrestrial land ISPs in the town for residential. Unfortunately, though, no open market here.
It was
Actually, a bit of this provider has gotten sued by like Comcast and CenturyLink, because the way they roll out is they go to the city and they say, hey, city, we will put fiber to every address in your city if you co-sign on the debt. And then every person who signs up will give you a kickback when people in your city sign up. And so it's a shared risk model between the city and the ISP. And then the city basically gives them immediate access to all their infrastructure. And so like Comcast was basically pissed because this company like immediately got access to all the telephone poles, etc. And there wasn't like legal documents in place yet. So it was a whole legal thing. And they almost got completely shut down, but they fought off Comcast and they're still alive. But it makes sense. It's great because the city wants to be able to have really good access for all of their citizens.
Yeah.
So they're willing to take on the risk and the debt to have fiber for all their residents, as long as it's reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically it's around 1 giga, what bit or something like that, like what you said.
Yes, and if I wanted to, I could upgrade to 10 gigabit because they literally dropped. Every single house gets their own fiber strand all the way back to the main hub.
Yeah.
So I could get 10
Nice.
gigabit if I wanted, but
But you don't need it. Yeah.
I don't need it. For the longest time, I was only using 200 megabit because I was like, dude, it's so reliable and so fast. Why waste money? Well, apparently, I convinced myself 1 gig was worth it.
Chad, we will not be finishing that thing today. Maybe next time.
Yeah, we're gonna. Looks like it's gonna be under 3 laps. We'll be shy of completing the 3rd lap by about 4.
Can't have that. You gotta go for the 3rd.
Do you want to go to the banner? Whoever, wasn't there someone doing 3 hours? You still there?
Yeah, me. I'm finishing up for the 3 hours.
You want to go? You want to ride with me for the 3 hours?
Yeah, but I think you're like 90 minutes ahead.
He's probably like 5+ kilometers behind us right now.
Yeah. So I'm just.
How did I get dropped using coffee?
Because he was Googling CTL. You can't blame the man. Don't kick a man while he's down.
No, I got dropped using coffee. I'm watching my screen, and then I'm drifting back.
I'm just enjoying a good Zone 2 ride right now.
Exactly. That's what it's intended to be. Whatever your Zone 2 is, do that and join us for the chat. Because not everyone's Zone 2 is the same.
No.
But doing 3 hours of Zone 2 is always difficult.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry, my Zone 2 is somewhere.
trying to break through the
per kilo.
3.1 watts per kilo for 20 minutes. It's some sort of glass ceiling that you have to break through or something.
Yeah, if your FTP is right around 3 watts a kilo, doing 2.5 for 3 hours will be really hard.
What happens with me? FTP is around 4.3 watts per kilo.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to eat a sandwich. I was going to need to talk to you about that. Just kidding. My FTP used to be up there. I weighed 180 pounds, and my FTP was over 380 watts. Not anymore.
I don't know if I'm doing my 2 hours today. I'm kind of tired, man. I'm gonna go to bed. Not today.
I really just started riding a lot in January, so before I was just casual mountain biking, stuff like that.
Yeah. Now you've got a target, trying to build fitness with consistency. Yep. And Zone 2 does wonders because I say it's like a rising tide lifts all boats. Having a more efficient Zone 2 will just make you better at everything else. Higher zones because you can recover faster at Zone 2. So you can
also
do more repetitive hard efforts.
Yeah, and Zwift is harder than riding outside because you don't have the micro breaks, you know?
Yeah.
It's just basically non-stop pedaling.
Yep. Agreed. 3
I'm just
hours
trying to
of
Google it.
Zone 2 on Zwift is probably equivalent to like a 5-hour endurance ride outside. Depending on how you do it.
Could be, yeah.
Did 3 hours on 2 yesterday. But it hurts. Well, it didn't hurt. It felt okay.
I'll be going all the way to the end of this last lap. OCD's not going to let me end with a little bit left.
What about you, Wagz? Are you going to the finish?
Probably. But I'm also going to try to be the first to 100K from our group. I won't catch the people way ahead. But
Perfect. Level 80, 69.
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago. I was riding in 150 kilometers on Swiss, but it was a really long time. Just had to take a break from sitting down all the time.
put on more chamois cream.
You're not going to be the first one.
Oh, yeah?
We're all working together.
There are 105 people riding right now.
There was at one point in time. I doubt there's that many left.
We gotta make sure Eric comes back for the your birthday rally. Oh, you sprinting?
Wolf watts per kilo. Wow.
Are we going to the end?
Slowly, if that. Ah. Whoa.
Ride on!
Right. We'll be there for your birthday. Hopefully Eric will too. Here, I already have your present ready.
Oh yeah. What's that?
Bunch of
A
ride-ons.
sprint? A sprint
Ride-ons.
at the end that beats me?
Ride-ons. No. Ride-ons. You want to try another sprint?
Nope. I drained it all. Whew. Whew. Oh, jeez. All right, let's go find somebody on Twitch to raid.
I was gonna go up the house after this, but I should probably use Shane Bang. Probably not a great idea.
Okay. Thanks everyone for joining us on TeamODZ Live, Facebook, and
Thank you.
YouTube.
Thank you.
We're going to end the stream Twitch. You're going to go raid Snyder's. So here we go. Raid in 3, 2, 1.